In this section, we'll add the application navbar, which consists of two parts. The top part shows the logo, search, and menu, and the bottom part shows the list of filter buttons. Building this header is a super quick introduction to test-driven development, so we won't spend any time making these elements perform any functions. Let's launch the test runner. Then head into the app, into the components folder, and start adding the first test file for the header component. Here goes all the testing boilerplate by importing the React, then importing the header component, declaring the variable for storing the container, and then adding before each statement for rendering this component before each test. And then goes the first test. Let's say it should show the logo. And just for now, I'm going to say that I expect true to be true, just to have the whole thing execute and check that there's no errors during this process, and that I got the boilerplate right. Alright, that executed. So go back and adjust it to be the real assertion, and check that the container contains an element with a test ID logo. And I would expect it to be truthy, meaning that it found something that is considered to be the logo. Alright, that should fail, and it does. Right here it says it cannot find an element with test ID logo. So let's go ahead and make it pass into the header component. And the easiest way to make it pass is by adding this div. It can be anything for now, but the most important thing is the data test ID property that specifies logo, just like that. Now we're running the test and it is passing because it found the logo. Alright, that was easy. Let's keep going. The next element is the search. So just copy and paste the existing test and change logo to search, just like that. Now the test is failing again because it cannot find the search element. So let's go to the component and add another div, and now with search ID. Alright, test is passing. Perfect. Now let's add the test for the menu, and the same thing, change search to menu. See the test failing by not finding the menu, and we make it pass in the exact same way, adding another div with the menu test ID. Alright, everything is passing. Loading the app in the browser shows the element that we just added. Now let's refactor this to look closer to the final design. So this parent div turns into a nav with some vertical padding and a border at the bottom. These are all Bootstrap CSS classes, by the way. And the logo turns into a link with an image inside of the logo. And search turns into a form with an input element and appropriate classes. And the menu turns into a list of links. Just like that. Now check the test runner to make sure everything is passing, and there is an error. It looks like I forgot to use class name property instead of class, which is expected when you do this in React. So let me rename all these class instances into class name, just like that. Check the test runner again, and it's all green. Perfect. Now let's see what it looks like in the browser, and there it is. Looks good.